Hey everyone, today we are going to be doing a cozy winter escape build in one of my favorite worlds, Mount Komorebi, and this is the world that comes with Snowy Escape, which is also one of my favorites. We are going to be starting off with a pond. Now this can be pretty daunting for some people, new players, etc., to use the terrain manipulation tools, but I promise, making ponds can be so easy once you get some practice. And I did decide to make the focal point of this build the bridge, which I made with a combination of platforms, columns, spandrel, roof trim, platform paint. There's so much stuff that goes into this little bridge. So I was thinking it would be pretty cool to do a tutorial kind of in a slow motion type form, just real time, because there are lots of things that can go wrong with platforms because they're so difficult, doing the spandrel and the columns on platforms, 3 different level platforms, and adding the stairs, and then going in and making sure that your Sims can even walk up to it because of the terrain manipulation that you just did with the pond. It can be a lot, and I did this kind of just off the top of my head. I didn't really look at any inspo pictures. I just wanted to kind of play around, and then I ended up getting really inspired, and yeah, it took me a long time though. This bridge took me maybe an hour. I'm not even kidding. It was so much. But yeah, I used the Realm of Magic wood for the flooring and the roof, and I found these really gorgeous dragon lanterns. They're in the lamp section in buy mode, and they are so beautiful. I love these so much, but on the average build it's kind of where do I put these? They are so pretty. As you can see, I did upload the bridge to the gallery, so if you did just want to make your own pond and then download the bridge, I'm not sure if it would be glitchy, but I feel like it would work. If you want to try that, it'll be on my gallery, and my gallery ID is in the description of this video. I made this with platforms. The whole build is platform. I wanted it to look really dynamic and have lots of points of interest, but it was also very glitchy. I couldn't use the door that I wanted because the platform height was clipping into the upstairs, and I'm pretty sure one thing did end up still clipping, but I just didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to change it because I just loved the stuff that I picked for the exterior, so there is a little bit of clipping upstairs, but I think it's fine. It's easy to ignore it if you just cover it with some furniture. I used a lot of seasons with the Snowy Escape items, and these 2 packs go so well together. This could be a vacation rental, which I actually did use this as a vacation rental right after I built it because it was around Christmas time in my Sims game in my short lifespan legacy, which I've been playing for about 3 years now, and I love it so much. I love doing the short span legacy. I've never ever been able to get through even one generation and let my Sims die. I'm definitely one of those type of players. If it's been too long, I definitely get very attached to my Sims. So then when I watched the Nightmare Legacy challenge by Little Simsy, I was like, well, I'm gonna try that, and it's the first time I've ever in my entire life let my Sim die and not played on the longest lifespan possible and then kind of quit once it got to the time they were aging up. So yeah, I love playing on short lifespan. That's the kind of simmer I am now, so I definitely recommend that if you have the same kind of thing that I do with letting your Sims die or getting too attached, try short lifespan. I definitely had a hard time with the kitchen aesthetic. It was should I go with white counters, but they looked too bright. I didn't want any other type of counter. Then the brown looked a little weird with it all being brown, the fridge, the stove, the windows. It was looking very brown, but I was oh, you know what, it still looks good. it looks classic, it looks pretty, with the bronze accents and everything. It looks cozy for a holiday aesthetic, I guess. Of course, I added the tea kettle, which some people might find annoying with the autonomy of Sims just always making it, but I don't find my Sims make tea too often. The popcorn machine, now that is very annoying. So I did some built-in shelves around this fireplace, which turned out so beautifully. It really just adds a fanciness to this little dining area. It's very pretty. And as always, I put stuff for pets. And the living area was also very hard to figure out the layout. I feel like the floor plan is very awkward in a way, with all the doors and the different levels, and I don't know, but it turned out amazingly in my opinion. But it is very weird floor plan-ish. But I did do a little fish fountain outside the window of the living area, so I did not add a TV because I really wanted that to be the focal point, even though the windows are completely frozen. It's still beautiful in live mode, which I'll show you at the end of this video. In my opinion, the Snowy Escape furniture and build mode items are so, like, absolutely goated. They are so beautiful. Like, they're simple, so they can work in almost any build, community builds, residential builds, like whatever you want to do, like Snowy Escape, you can use in every build. And some of the packs that I use like all the time are Cats and Dogs, Seasons, and Snowy Escape. That's like my, I don't know about absolute top 3, but they're definitely in like my top 5. I would love to do a tier ranking video of all the packs I own. That could be a cool idea for the future for sure. And then when we move upstairs, I did 3 beds and 2 baths, and then there is this little half bath downstairs, which if you wanted to, you could add one of those Snowy Escape or Discovery University showers to this one too. I thought about it, but then I'm like, well, I'm putting 2 upstairs, so it should be okay to have 2 showers. One of the rooms is going to be the primary with the ensuite, and this ensuite bathroom, holy cow, like it looks so luxurious with that toilet with the bidet and the windows and curtains and a stand-up mirror and this like spa-like tub and this beautiful art on the wall. I love this ensuite. It's so beautiful. There's not really any specific theme for the rooms. I just tried to do black and white, and then the lighter brown and black and white, and then the kids' room is kind of blue tones. So I tried to use the different tones of furniture because I felt like that was pretty realistic. So we have the 2 bedrooms on the other side of the upstairs. I did one kind of like a kids' room with bunk beds. It's very much kiddie. It has lots of stuff for kids, or toddlers even can use some of the items in there, I believe. And then the other room is more of a generic room. It can be like teen, or I don't know, if you invite your cousin or your parents or whatever in The Sims, it would be perfect for them to go into. And I did the Jack and Jill style bathroom between those 2 rooms, which is such a cool idea. Like, I really loved, it wasn't like classic Jack and Jill with the doors on either side of the wall. I kind of tucked them around the corner, so it looks kind of like a double door when you go into the bathroom. What I really love about this build is that it's not necessarily a skiing cabin / snowboard cabin, but it could be if you change up just a few of the decor. It very much fits in this neighborhood up by the ski hill, but it also looks very normal if you wanted to live here as well. And then outside, I did rocks around the pond, and I know there's like a basement trick where you can raise up the rocks, but I thought that it looked pretty natural and good the way that I did it, which was just using move objects and sizing up and down the rocks and just placing them around the pond in a way that the game would let them slot to the kind of area around the pond. These are the moments that I really wish The Sims 4 had Planet Zoo mechanics. If you've ever played Planet Zoo, you know what I'm talking about. Like, full out, you can raise up and down into the ground so that all the foliage or whatever, you can raise it down without doing like a basement trick. I think if there ever is a Sims 5 Planet Zoo mechanics, like there has to be a mode in build mode where you can be like, okay, let's get into like some hardcore build mode stuff like Planet Zoo. It's very hard to learn at first, but once you learn those mechanics, it is so fun to copy and paste stuff and make little bits of landscaping really intricately. It's so awesome. I really hope that The Sims will do that one day. I placed jungle adventure foliage around the trees, which I think is really funny. I was like snickering to myself because just the idea of like jungle foliage being in this snowy, beautiful world like is so funny to me. But I thought because the snow covers it, it looked very good like that, and it looked like it fit in. It looked like the right coloring, it looked beautiful, so I just wanted a more dynamic foliage, and the snow makes it blend in, and it's always snowing here. So if you place this in a world where it's not always snowing, it might look a little bit weird, to be honest. But for this world, in this lot specifically where it's always snowy, perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, so that's about it for the build, but let's go into live mode and I can show you around. Okay everyone, so here we are in game. This is how it looks at nighttime. I'm just doing a full panorama. And then let's go into afternoon so we can see a bit better. I'm not going to show you every single square inch, but I did want to show some highlights, like this beautiful, I guess it's night again, this gorgeous fountain area. I put this little fake grate carpet item so that it looks like the water just pours into there, and there's just some beautiful koi fish. Now you can see what I was talking about with you can't really see it through the frozen windows, but I mean, it's still really cool and you can still slightly see it. Okay, so now we're just going to walk right into the front door. I had the grid on, whoops. Yeah, so this is a games table actually, so you can use that to play games, cards, puzzles, whatever you want to do there. And then you go up a level and this is the kitchen. Now this kitchen is really fun. I put a hot pot here, and yeah, it was kind of difficult because it's just a big square, but I think this platform here with the fireplace and the bookshelves really helped eliminate the feeling that it's just a big square. And then this is a part I didn't really show in the speed build, but I did add just this one little section that kind of says, let's go skiing. Nice little sitting area, and then you can go down a step and go in and out either side. And it's just really beautiful. I had to playtest this quite a lot because the Sims couldn't go onto this bench or start the fireplace, and I had to kind of move it in a way that doesn't look as aesthetically beautiful and centered, but this is play tested, so it should work for you. And then here is the part that I am absolutely the most proud of. I feel like night mode might do it better justice. Yes, this is so beautiful. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below for any other video ideas or challenges or anything you'd like to see from this channel in the future.